everybody's been seeing all this news about 6ix9ine recently. Him hitting 2 mil on IG Live, breaking that record. You know, him coming out and having these problems with Billboard, where he's saying that he should have the #1, but people are paying for their records to be at the top, and he deserves it. But they just don't like him because, you know, he doesn't have a good standing with the community and everything. And then he tried to also recently donate $200,000 to charity, and he got rejected for that because they didn't want to be affiliated with him. Do you think he deserves all of this?
I personally don't think he deserves as much as hate as he's getting, because all these views, whatever, is a reflection on us. I heard this somewhere. Don't take this on me. I heard that 6ix9ine is a product of us. He's getting all these views because we're watching it. And we're feeding into this. And so, he is the product, what we want to see, the entertainment we want to see. However, the Billboard stuff, that's where I disagree with him. Because he's like, oh, Ariana Grande bought 60,000 units overnight, right? And she's cheating the system to be #1, so that his single can't be #1.
I think it's a record company thing, but yeah.
Yeah, and that, I don't see an issue with it. Because, I mean, I do see an issue with it. However, it's always been an issue the whole time in the music game, right? However you're getting those numbers, right? Whether you're paying for advertisements, right?
Selling the packages with it. People sell merch and has digital deluxe albums with the merch, and that counts. Which counts as sales. And that's kind of like a trick to get more album sales, stuff like that. There's always been stuff like that, whether it's 60,000 overnight, whatever. 6ix9ine has just been using clout and stuff, right? Which is another way of saying, oh, he got all those listens, not based on just music. So what he's doing may not be monetary. He's still using a way to get his streams up.
I think in the general public sense that when he's putting out music and trying to just do random clout type thing, he's not trying to be taken too seriously. And the other artists who do take him seriously end up being oh, well, now I look stupid for interacting with him and for even trying to talk down on him when, whatever, because his music numbers are higher. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my own fault that I don't feel guilty, but I just really don't. I enjoy the music.
I always support the art, right? I've always said this when it comes to things that I enjoy. It's not I can't separate that every single time unless the art directly has to do with the artist. But in his case, it's this dude, he has a great voice. I haven't heard a voice like this since DMX, and I'm a huge DMX fan. And I think that his music is loud. It's crazy. It's fun. Although his subject matter might I didn't care for his recent song. I thought it was whatever. But his other stuff, it is entertaining, like you're saying. Now on the part of the donation thing, right, where it becomes problematic for me is when he's asking everybody to be cool with him and doesn't understand why people are treating him this way. It's you have to ultimately face the consequences for your actions. True. Period.
Sure.
You have to, and that's what he's. When you try to play that card, that's not what I'm with. It's I like your music, but don't try to pretend you're just going to get a pass with all this and you're not. And if he gets treated a certain way and he gets handled, he gets beat up in the streets, he has to move houses, whatever. I think I
think he set himself up for that.
I'm not going to say he deserves it or whatever, but I totally understand why it would happen.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
He was
so for the
charity thing, he was look, I'm trying to help people and they're rejecting me. It's dude.
So that's to me is a PR move. And actually I was watching Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop comment on this, and he said something really good, which was he said that the donation should be allowed anonymously. So there should be some sort of contract that says that yes, if he really wants to donate to the kids, if he really wants to help, yeah, you can donate as much as you want, but you're not allowed to say that you did it, because that wouldn't make the charity look bad, and also it would ultimately be helping people. And
Right.
and then, you know, if he wants to get that off his conscience, whatever, because a lot of people do this kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this video of Mike Pence recently, but he was delivering some COVID-19 aid, and he was on camera. He didn't know that he was mic'd up, and he was delivering boxes, right? So he's carrying boxes over, the camera's getting it, and he's, you know, looking like a hero, whatever. Then he goes back to the truck to get some more boxes, and one of the guys that's helping out says, hey, this box is empty, actually. He's like, do you mind if we just take them over anyways for the cameras? He literally said that. So, I mean, that's not surprising from, you know, that
Right.
from politicians at all, but just to say that there's people that do things like that. So, you know, it is what it is. You can't stop people from going towards things that are, you know, at a very controversial level, and from watching these things and listening to them. That's what kids do. Like, kids think it's hilarious, and they don't understand respect on that level. And especially old school rappers like Snoop Dogg, they do not, you know, vibe with that at all. And you have to be understanding of all of that. So it's a weird situation.
Like when Trump was like running for president, people were like, okay, like if you want to do this entertainment stuff, like keep it out of politics. Sure, it's entertaining. What you're doing is entertaining, but like in the political sense, it's actually harming people. Like, if you're following me here, 6ix9ine is doing that. He's like being very entertaining. He's being very toxic. He's kind of putting stuff out there, but it's not affecting people on like a real level. But then when it does come to real stuff, like when he did go to jail, I didn't feel bad for him because he was trying to put a hit on somebody. Like, you did set yourself up for those things behind the scene, and that's something that you have to deal with on your own. So I'm not going to be like, oh, free 6ix9ine, but I am going to enjoy the music while it's out because I genuinely enjoy the music.